We're looking for, particularly where there's metrics-driven reform, the kind of flexibility that we see in some of the charter schools as well. And finally, I just want to once again thank you. I said in a private meeting how fortunate we are to have a change agent at the helm as the Secretary of Education. This is not a man who comes to the issues of reform just from a university. He has put his hands, and rolled up his sleeves in Chicago and demonstrated what can happen. I'd like to bring up the Secretary of Education, ARNE DUNCAN.
Thank the mayor, the board, the superintendent, the entire community for their extraordinary commitment. And I'm so pleased and honored to be here today. The future of our nation rests on our ability to better educate our children. And Los Angeles schools have come a long way, but we're all here because we know they have a long way to go. And what I see here is an excitement, a commitment, and most importantly, a sense of urgency to challenge the status quo every single day, to get dramatically better, and to do it as quickly as possible. We have to close the achievement gap. We have to raise the bar for every child. We have to graduate thousands more students from our schools here. We have to make sure that those who graduate are actually prepared to be successful, either in college or in the world of work. But these adults coming together to do the right thing for children, I think presents an extraordinary opportunity. And I think the challenge and the opportunity for this community is, can the LA schools become the model urban school district for the nation? With all the challenges, with all the size, with all the diversity, can this place break through? And we want to do whatever we can to be a good partner, to support the innovation, to support the reform, and to help give every student a chance to fulfill their tremendous potential. So my staff will be here the rest of today and tomorrow. We'll continue to come back and work here. But you have a phenomenal opportunity, I would say an opportunity of a lifetime, to fundamentally break through. And I would just ask all the adults to come together, to collaborate, to continue to push each other, and to seize this historic moment of opportunity. If it doesn't happen now, I don't think it'll happen for another 2 or 3 generations. And so we can't let this moment pass us by. And we want to do everything we can to partner and to support. The good ideas are never going to come from us in Washington. It's always going to come at the local level. Our job is to listen, to learn, and support the hard work here. So I want to thank all of you, and Mayor, I want to thank you for your tremendous leadership.
And now, everybody, we're going to have to let the Secretary get onto his plane. Thank you so much. And I know there are reporters here, and if you have questions, or let me give an opportunity for we'll let you get over this, we don't want to give an opportunity for the President of the School Board to say a few words for representing the board. We couldn't have a better partner, a more courageous change agent than Monica Garcia. I can tell you, she's been there all along the way in support of every one of the efforts that we've done here in this city to change the paradigm. Monica Garcia.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I just want to answer the Secretary, and I know Alberto Retana is in the room. The answer is yes, we can. Sí se puede. Yes, Los Angeles will be the country's model for urban reform, and it takes all of us. So as he leaves, he will hear loud and clear, invest in LA. We're already on our way to changing lives and transforming the system. And I need to call up Superintendent Ramon Cortines, who next week reaches a year anniversary as our superintendent, and he is supported by all of us in reforming Fremont and every other school that is not showing the best of our children and our community. Superintendent?
Well, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Mayor, for bringing us all together. We need to make sure that this is not just a historic event. The energy in this room is phenomenal. And just because the Secretary was here and has now gone, we are still here. And there are still 700,000 young people in our charters, in our independent schools, in our pilot schools, in our partnerships, in our regular schools, that need us to break down the silos and work together. There are best practices all across this city, and we need to be looking at them and working together. We need to be working with our bargaining units, and that they need to be a full partner along with our parents in this community. We do have the opportunity, and I think the stars are aligned. But it is easy to leave here this afternoon and go our way and do our thing. But we need to keep this flame in behalf of the young people who are not making it, and who we need to do more than graduate to the streets. Thank you for your support and assistance.
I know a lot of, thank you, Superintendent Cortines. I know a lot of people in this room, and I can tell you that we accept that challenge. We're not going anywhere. We're absolutely committed to working with you, to working with the school board, to working with the parents and the teachers to change our schools and to hold them accountable to the highest standards. And I just want to acknowledge you for your decision. You know, when in virtually every state of the city over the last 4 years, I've talked about reconstituting schools, and I have because you gave me the idea. And so I want to just acknowledge you for your courage and your leadership in finally saying no to failure, in saying yes to success, in agreeing to close down a failing school and reconstitute it from the bottom up. Congratulations. I look forward to working with you to do more of the same and giving folks the opportunity, parents particularly, to make the choices that they need to turn those failing schools into schools of success. And with that, I'd be more than happy to answer any questions that the press has. You don't have to have questions, but if you do, I'm here to answer them. And if you don't, thank you very much. Very good.